What's going on, guys? Sunday, 6 o'clock. Where you at? We're right here, ready to do some art for you. Got a little show, Art Assault. I'm Josh Bethel, JRB5.
I'm Kevin Hansen. Kevin Hansen.
We've got to come up with a rap name for you.
I actually got Spawned by Art. It's the site that I really started for all my art, and I just kind of, I fell off to the wayside a little bit. So I need to really start building that back up. And I probably will now that I have this connection going.
Yeah.
I think it'll work better.
What's going on? Adam's watching. Yo, yo, yo. And Tad, what's going on? So we're going to do a little, the theme is Killer Potato, Spudz Revenge, Mr. Barefoot Brains. The inspiration for that one. He's going to come on a little later at the end of the show and do a little critique. We got Jamie and Garrett Briggerman coming on. They're local artists here in Wichita. They got a lot of great art. The local art scene power couple. I mean, they do some great art. Music,
power couple,
music, everything.
Punch fists. In the shape of a water bucket.
Tracy, hello, Tracy. So, I mean, you want to kind of give a vision or
a vision of
where we're going to go with this, or
with the art piece?
Yeah.
Well, somebody wanted a ghost ship, and somebody wanted a Spud Revenge. I don't know. So it's going to be a little more. Interested to see where it goes. We're going to attempt it. So we'll come out okay. This one's going to be a lot more. It's going to be a lot busier than the other stuff we've done. Even now, that last Rainbow Werewolf one had a lot of colors going. But this one's going to have a lot of objects in it. You know, our plan is to incorporate a ship and a potato. And we'll go from there, see how it works out. First thing we're going to do, though, is probably put a gray wash in the background. Kind of get it so that we can make it spookier looking.
I'm going to get started and let you chat. I'm not going to waste any more time. Crap, we didn't get no water.
Oops. Yeah, we're such amateurs. What can I say? Oh, I'll take over a seat here. But, we're going to attempt it. The whole point is that also people can follow along with us. Kind of like what people did with Bob Ross, but in a more modern sense of things. Bob Ross was a master at what he did, but I kind of go out there a little bit different. If you ever want to check my stuff out, you can go into my Kevin Gary Hansen Facebook, and I got art all over it. Plus with my Spawned by Art, both Facebook. I'm just now figuring out the rest of the social media stuff, so don't ask me to do it, please. But things I do like, I'm really interested in the local Wichita. As you can see right here, the Wichita, everything Wichita. I've been doing photography for 20 some years in Wichita, mainly the small venues. I've done a couple of the larger ones. I don't enjoy it so much because there's already people doing it, and everybody's already taking pictures of the big stars. Who cares? I want the local artists, the solo acoustics that show up at the Wichita jams, the local bands that have been playing out of their garage and they get a chance to play outside their garage or even still in their garage. It's the same with artists. There's a lot of artists too, art-wise. I was doing this photography, and a lot of people didn't realize I did art. And I've been doing art. My first commission, I was 10 years old. So that kind of tells you where it's at. I think I've told that one before. Of course, it was through my mom, but my mom worked for the health department, and she needed some stuff done. And she had a budget, and she knew I could do this stuff. So she gave me a set of crayons and some paper, and I did up these posters for her that she used for some seminars she did. So all you guys that are afraid to get out there and put your stuff out, that's okay. Had a pretty big, a big enough actor that I met throughout my travels that he played the 6th Jason on the Friday the 13th series, and got to meet him. Big, tall dude. I'm not short, and so if I'm saying they're tall, they're tall. But he said flat out, it doesn't matter if you're doing it for your family. Doesn't matter if you do it for your local community, if you're doing it in your region, or if you're doing it worldwide. It's all the same. Talent is talent. It doesn't matter if they're famous or not. That makes them better than anybody else. They're really not. They're just as good, or you're just as good. Maybe I should put it that way. If you're afraid to get your stuff outside your family, that's fine. You know, if you want to go further with it, there's plenty of resources out there. Best thing is you're selling yourself, not your artwork. That's the one thing I always tell everybody. You got to sell yourself. You can go to a convention and sit behind all your work and not say anything to anybody. And yeah, it'll sell. But if you get out there and hustle and introduce yourself and talk to people and tell them the stories behind the artwork, it starts to sell. And that's how I look at it. All my pieces, I don't know if the Brighamans would agree or not when they come on. I always consider them self-portraits. Even these joint ones I do with Josh, and I do it with some other friends too, at a lot of live concerts and stuff. It's a self-portrait. Doesn't mean it's going to look like me. It just means it's part of me. Yeah, it's just a representation. It's just part of me, even if it's some goofy looking, you know. Because I have a running joke that I always do. I backed off of it when I was really starting to sell art. I said I'm not done till I add the blood, and it's not adding blood as in blood on the picture, although a lot of mine is pretty gory like that. It's blood in the fact that it's again a metaphorical type thing. And the blood to me is usually my signature. Once the signature's on there, it's kind of done. Doesn't mean it's complete. It's just done. And I also find out that something about artist block. I hear that all the time. And I learned this from a writer that it's not artist block. It's whatever you're working on is at the point it needs to be at that time. It's time for you to move on to something else. It doesn't have to be another piece of art. It can be go out and read a book, go watch a movie, write a song, write a poem, do whatever, go out and mow the lawn, you know, do something else. And when it's time for you to get back to doing what you're doing, you'll be able to do it. That being said, if you got commissions and stuff like that, I know it gets tougher, but you got to find out what works for you. I got 3 or 4 commissions sitting at home, and the one that's due now isn't quite complete yet, but the guy knows that. I just took a break because I was working on so many commissions at one time. And I've been known to work on 5, 6, 7 pieces at a time. And they'll be totally different styles within what I do. Some will be graphite. Some will be soft pastels, oil pastels, acrylics. I'll be painting on glass bottles. I'll be painting on, I'm doing a whole bunch of symbol work right now on symbols, broken symbols, and things like that. 9 minutes. You got, oh, did you, wow, that was quick. And you even did the horizon too. Dang. Okay.
You said no blue, but I had to put blue.
Well, yeah, no. I was just saying we can add the blue as we go, but that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Okay.
Give it a minute to try.
Yeah. So that's the biggest thing. I'll probably talk this story every time when I first start about the art and stuff, because again, if you want to be someone who's out there professionally or not professionally, you're selling yourself, and you got to figure out what that price is. I've done a lot of stuff where I've done a lot of work where I lost money for myself, but I was raising money for charities, and that's part of the reason I'm getting so many commissions now, because I've done some charities for a couple of shows he's set up, and I've done some this last year was rough. I did 3 charities, but 2 years ago, before all the COVID stuff, me and a group of other fellow artists that have done stuff, I sat down and looked at all the charities we did, and we raised close to $25,000 to $30,000 that year, just from us doing artwork. The art wasn't, it's just the overall charities. And that's another trick too on it. This year probably made a couple thousand. Did 3 charities, and the big ones are always the bearded ones though. Those people like to spend their money, and it shows.
Barefoot Brains in the house. He'll be on a little bit later.
I see a Scott
Sakura. He's half of the Mr. Talking Beards.
Talking Beards.
So
all right, looks like I'll switch with and we'll get going. I'll quit my preaching.
Get off your pedestal, Kevin. Oh, so yeah, got to start. A start is a start. better than nothing. Something's better than nothing. That's what Scott says. Oh, take that comment off. Uncle Ben. Brains must be eating some Uncle Ben's. So yeah, it's been a busy day trying to get caught up on some shirts. I got shirts going to Florida that are due tomorrow. I'm not as far as long as I wanted to be, never am, but they'll make it. They'll be in the mail tomorrow. Never fear. Did a couple cool kids commissions this weekend. I knocked them out. Check them out on the page. I don't have them on here, but I think without further ado, we'll go ahead and bring the Briggermans on if they are ready. See if I get the cue from them. Yep. See if I can not screw this up. First time doing this. Hello.
Hello. I need to speak closer again.
Yeah, scoot over.
Oh, I didn't plug the headphones in. Oh, goodness. Technical difficulties. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We could hear you
the whole
before.
time.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear me now?
Oh,
Yep.
I can't hear you now. Technical difficulties.
You can't hear us?
No. Hello.
So how you guys doing tonight? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We can. We're doing good.
Okay, I can't hear you again. I heard you for a minute when I had the speakers on.
Let me double check our settings again. I thought we had it right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Picking
it's
up.
picking us up. Check. 1 2 1 2.
We are here.
What about the people out
Are you
in
there? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Art Assault world? Can you hear us?
Oh, again.
Can anybody hear
Can
us?
Facebook world hear us? Let's try this
All right. Let's see what Kevin's doing while we're trying to figure this out here.
They are here, and we can hear them. The people can hear us. Hello.
Did the microphone get unplugged again?
No, we're good. The
Garrett?
people are saying
No,
loud and clear.
plugged in. You're on.
In the
Yeah.
comments. Check the comments.
Yeah, the comments say we are being heard. Everybody's being heard.
Only you can't hear us. The moderator.
Good looking ship back there starting.
Technical difficulties.
Hey, Cindy.
Hi, Cindy.
Hi, Cindy Lou.
Love you, Cindy.
Well, there they are. We can see them.
Everybody can
We'll do
hear
it in
us.
sign language. I don't
Oh,
know
they can
sign
hear.
language. That's all I know.
Yeah.
No.
Well, we're excited to be here.
Yeah.
Appreciate you having us on.
We heard them on the speaker.
Yeah. Well, I tried and it didn't work.
Always happens when you go live.
Hello.
Just keep talking. See if we can scream into it. I can't hear a thing.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
we're coming through. The people in the virtual.
Can anybody
world.
hear them? Or is it
Yeah.
just my end? Anybody watching?
It's just you. You can hear. They can hear.
Yeah. Okay, she can hear. Everybody can hear us, but I can't hear you.
Okay.
So I don't know how we're going to do this.
You just ask the questions and we'll answer. You just don't get to hear what the answers are until later.
Well, why don't you guys just tell us? I guess I don't need to hear it. Tell us a little bit what you guys do.
We are
Maybe.
both watercolor artists and musicians.
Guys,
And we just launched our first website. We're thebrigamansart.com. So we're really excited about that. Got all of our artwork that's available. We have prints for sale on there, all different varieties. Garrett and I both do kind of different styles, but sometimes similar subjects. Has info on there about if you want a commission done, we do commissions as well. And we just launched our first website.
Links to our music as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, now you can hear us. Our artwork that's available. We have prints for sale on there. All different varieties.
Talk to them in real time.
Style, but
Are you guys good?
yeah.
Okay.
So
We'll try this again. A different show maybe. But I can hear you. I pulled it up. I can hear you guys. So
Okay.
I apologize. We'll figure it out. Hopefully we'll get better.
It works.
Yeah. Well, thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
We'll have you on again and hopefully be able to get to talk to you.
Bye then. Is that it? We got food.
Are you guys good? Well, okay.
Oh, that'd be right. I didn't know.
It can go wrong. It'll go wrong. We had to give it an attempt.
Well, they at least got their information out.
Yeah, that's like I say, thank you, Jamie and Garrett for coming on. I could hear it on there so the people could hear you. I couldn't hear you in my headphones.
I wonder if need to get some kind of splitter controller for your headphones so instead of unplugging and plugging anything.
Well, I shouldn't have turned it back on. I was slacking. Damn it. It happens. It happens. Let's see what Kevin got going on back there. The Killer Spudz Revenge. But okay, I can do this while he's doing that.
Hopefully it looks like a ship in the background and a big poop. Or a spud.
Here's some of the Burgerman's art. Like I say, some of them are Garrett's, some of them are Jamie's. Their website's on there. Check it out. They're musicians. They've, like I said, the COVID's obviously thrown the game off on everything. So check them out and support them. Buy some art. I've got a few pieces. I thoroughly enjoy it. I think you can see one back there, right there. But yeah. Oh, I didn't have the camera on, so no, you couldn't. Ha, ha, ha. But yeah, we're at the 18-minute mark on Killer Spudz or Killer Potatoes, Spudz Revenge. Hopefully we don't have the same problems with brains when we go on here later. Well.
I like how your natural shading that you put in makes it look like you have a little shadow of the ship.
I did that on purpose. Let's see who we got. Aaron, what's going on? Go to the bottom of the screen, click my camera, and change the speaker to something else. Yeah. I'm gonna screw it up if I do that now. If their brains isn't working.
Like I said, it was working perfect, but you weren't online. So.
Oh, the testing phase is over. We're in it to win it now.
Yeah.
So, like I said, a lot of cool kids art. I'm on. Gonna be starting 15, and I think I'm gonna do the cards like I did with the zombie cards. I'm gonna have do a set of them, but this time you're not gonna get a complete set. You're gonna have to, it's gonna be like trading cards. So I think I've got 27 pieces slated out to do. Once them 27, I'll get them printed and get the packs done up, and they'll be random. I won't do any doubles, but it'll be random, and maybe I'll first person to get a complete set gets some free shit. Hey, I don't know. Sounds good to me. Y'all like free stuff, don't you? No one likes free stuff. Well, you about ready to swap there, boss? Killer Spud.
Hopefully we can make it look like one. Yep. Big gap here. Never fails when stuff goes wrong. It goes wrong. Did a test drive and it went great and got it all figured out. And then could still, well, it worked out. You guys could hear them. So hopefully we'll get them on longer next time. Yeah, somebody he's discovered. And I do enjoy their art too. I'll probably end up with some of my collection. Talking about artists, one thing that I have a big passion for is our local music. And so I wanted to talk about a couple of CDs that came out just recently. One of them was Zombie Drive-In, local, kind of in the middle of the road hard rock metal band. Yep, sing a lot about zombies. I got their first 2 EPs. And it looks like what they did was recreate and redid a lot of their earlier stuff and added some new songs to it. And I can tell you the earlier stuff was good. The new stuff redone and everything is just killer. It's awesome. Very well done. If you, I hate comparing, but they got that metal rap with a good solid vocals. And then where they sing and they also do a little bit of rapping in it. They do it right though. It's not forced. You know, Papa Roach, bands like that. But they do a theme about zombies and a lot of stuff. And I know that the band really put their heart and soul into this and did a really good job. Here's the inlay right there. You can see it. Yeah, they're all in coffins. I did the, and it was done at Red Cat. I don't know who did the artwork, because that's part of it. Maybe if one of those guys gets on here, they can do it. Garrett says, oh, okay, he forgot to mention we have 50% off all our prints right now until the end of February. Just use the code Art Appreciation at checkout. Thanks, everybody. Oh, heck yes, I'm going to do that. And Jamie is saying it's at www.thebrighamansart.com. And there's so much more organized than I am. I got like 20 sites and have stuff on every single one of them. The only one I've even done any kind of consistency on is my sold art site, which I'm a little behind that already. But anyway, back to this Crypt Keeper. Part of the reason I did this too, I do live art shows for a lot of guys. And this is one of them. I've done it a couple of times now. Did one a year ago when they made their comeback. And was it a year ago? Maybe 2. It's New Year, so it always messes things up. And they did this one just a few months ago. And myself and Lana Malone, a fellow local artist who's pretty killer too. You can look her up. And we did this piece that was 4 pieces in one. And I always go off the name of the album, and I knew the album was going to be called Crypt Keeper. Did non-traditional. If I should have probably brought a picture of it, but that's okay. We can always show it later. But now there's a story behind it because the drummer ended up buying it, and he couldn't keep it. It was getting to him somehow, and so he gave part of it to 2 other members in the band. And one of the other members, I don't know who's who on this. Hopefully we can get them on here and they can tell the story about it. Well, it turns out the piece turned out to be somewhat haunted. And so the other member could not keep it, the 2 pieces he got. And so now all 4 pieces are together. I don't know the full story because I've only caught pieces and parts, but I think it's kind of cool. You know, hey, I have a haunted piece out there. And we know that it was put in storage. And it was put in storage under a breaker box. And the breaker box blew up somehow. Something happened to it, but it didn't damage the art. So they moved it to another shed outbuilding. and I guess the outbuilding kind of blew up, but the piece is still good. It's just in storage. So everywhere it's been going, it's either been doing freaking people out or some weird stuff's been happening around it. If you're into that kind of stuff, it's kind of a cool story because every piece of art has a story, but this one has an extended story. Because a lot of times when I sell a piece, I don't hear about it. And then every once in a while, I might see it on someone's wall when I go visit or something. Or I run into somebody. But there's the tell of it. And what it is Crypt Keeper. I didn't do a Crypt Keeper per se. I go, what would be the ultimate Crypt Keeper? And I said, oh, a nun, right? So I did a nun. But lately I've been doing it as a nun, and we got the pandemic stuff going on. So I've been calling it the pandemic, apocalyptic pandemic. I've been doing some artwork with that, mainly people with masks, gas masks and stuff on. So I did a nun with a gas mask on it, and then we added these little weird looking mushroom clouds in the back to make it look like it was stuff was world ending apocalypse. I need to stop playing with my hat. And stop playing with my hat. I don't know why I'm doing that, but so there you have it. So we got this pandemic apocalypse, and basically on this one it was a Crypt Keeper. So I said the ultimate. And then of course I did most of it. Then Lana came in and she helped me finish it up. And we did the hands kind of like this and made it stigmata. And if you don't know what stigmata is, you can always look it up. It has to do with Jesus Christ and stuff. But anyway, that piece of art has seen 1, 2, 3, about 5 different people already. And we only did it just a few months ago. And see if I can figure out his, because I know people are talking. I just can't tell what. Can't see below the. Oh, is that it? Oh, it doesn't go to that one? Okay.
Should recycle it.
Oh, okay, because yours is just saying who's people is watching.
Don't watch that one.
Yeah, I haven't been. I just saw it's been. Anyway, the next band, their CD just came out yesterday. And again, bands always come up with the coolest artwork as far as I'm concerned. And it's Carcala right there. Kind of a local death metal, grind metal, I don't know. A lot of screaming going on. And the artwork is done by an artist out of Kansas City area. Got his name again. Named Carl Dahmer. He does a lot of album covers like this, a lot of it. And it was recorded at the Magnitude Productions. Is that what he's calling it now? Oh, Magnitude Creative. Jason Catlin is the one that recorded and did all of it. But here you have this. And so if you're into that heavy screaming type vocals, heavy guitars, super fast, really energy type metal, that's these guys. So there you have it. This one, and I've done some artwork for them too. They do a every year before Christmas, they do a toy drive for the Wichita Children's Home. And I've done the last 2 shows. I've done some artwork that sold for it. So the money, all the proceeds go to the children's home. And that's one of the 3 that I did this last year when they opened up. We were able to squeeze in a few charity drives. Hopefully there'll be more this year. We'll see how it goes. And I forgot where I was going with my thought process here. But if you're in a band and you're watching me, you're interested, just shout at me. I'll figure out a way to get a hold of your stuff. Mary Holvey says, crazy. Would like to see the picture. Which picture? Which? You want to see the, oh, that one. Yeah. Yeah, I got, if you go to, oh, shoot. I'm not sure if it's on there because I've been having problems. I do photography, and I know I took pictures of it, but I've been having problems with my computers to get all my photos up. But I'll get it posted again and probably here real soon. I can probably do it even as he's sitting here talking to you guys, or, well, no, I can't do that. So because I'll be painting. But we'll figure it all out. Another thing, too, start thinking about what would you like to see us do next week. You know, you can just tell us some crazy themes. Worst we're going to do is say no. But if you keep it more specific, you know, because somebody wanted a ghost ship, so we finally got them the ghost ship. You know, someone said just do something haunted, or no, they said horror. Come on, that means different to everybody. So you know, you have to be a little bit more specific, but that helps. You know, because they said, you know, this one was the Spud. What they call it?
Brain was pretty specific on that.
Yeah, he was pretty specific on it. I think I'm going to do something special for you, Brains, just for that. You'll either hate me or you'll love me. I'm not sure which, but I'm going to throw some of my little twists in that I always do on stuff, and we'll see where it goes from there. Josh already knows about it, and we're at 30 minutes. So whenever you're,
Switch up.
yeah. But again, you know, check out your local art. I don't care where you're from. You don't have to get from me or Josh, but, you know, support the local. Because, you know, my artwork and our work's not for everybody. But, you know, there's so many people. If you go to Walmart and buy a bunch of posters when you could have went to an art show, yeah, you're spending a little bit more, but that money's going to somebody that you probably will physically see there and meet. And some of them have prints, so that you know, I get it. You can't afford the big pieces that are up there, but a lot of people have prints of those pieces, and those are affordable. You know, I think the most I've seen for prints is $25 up all the way down to $5. So anybody can order $5, even if you don't like their art. You can stick it in a drawer and save it and give it to somebody later. Oh, he's going to go grab some coffee now, cheater. So, oh, he already did the eyeball, sort of. I see what he's doing. We're coming along. Can you see it? So I hope that looks kind of like a ghost ship.
Yeah. Go for it.
So you love stuff, huh, Mary? She's the bearded lady, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Captain Spudz.
Oh, that's right. You got it. It's gonna take me 100 times before
I don't know.
I know, man. We're putting paint on thick today.
What do I'm not happy with the boots, so if you want to fucking fix the boots, I thought I would try.
Yeah, you put on booties.
Booties.
Booties. That's fine. Let's see where it goes.
Yeah.
May have to add a little bit so people know what the hell they are, but we'll see. Oops.
Work in progress. Work in progress. Right here. All right, let's see. What's everybody doing here? Crazy, crazy, crazy. We got 7 people watching. That's more than usual. So hi, all 7 of you. You rock. You're the true heroes. Oh, like I said, since we totally butchered the interview, like I said, I'm glad the information got out there, but let's just throw that up again. Big thanks to Jamie and Garrett for coming on. Check out their artwork. Like I said, Brains will be coming on in about. He's not in the green room yet, so I don't know. Must have got kicked off. So hopefully we can hear him. We'll get it all figured out. Get the hang of all of this.
Known as Brains, he'll refuse.
Yeah. What else has been going on? Like I said, I got the cool kids, and the next month is going to be. I'm going to flip the script 100, 180, but no doubt about it. It's, the cool kids is kind of comic-y. This one is going to be, I haven't figured out exactly what I'm going to do. I just know it's going to be different, 100%. And we got the first 2 prints, which I don't even have them on here, I don't think. Loaded up. Maybe I could load them real quick. But we got our first 2 prints. They're in the description. And we have a decal. I'll do one at a time. The prints are going to we got them sell. They're going to go into our pocket, but the decals are going to go towards art supplies. And keep the show going, keep us got in paint and trying to entertain you guys. Hopefully hopefully we can keep you entertained as things get a little better. There's our first print. That's what we did on episode 1. And, it was, like I said, we've kind of went a different direction with every piece so far. So that's kind of what we want to do, is not get into a routine of doing one thing. But that was for sale, and the second one's loading up right now. I've got them the originals hanging on our wall, or my wall here in the studio, and we're trying to determine what we're going to do with them after we get 10. Episode 10 is our first milestone we want to hit, obviously, and then we'll do something with the originals. I know I've had a few people already asking about the originals, but we haven't fully decided what we're going to do, and we probably won't decide until episode 9, because that's just the way it works. And then here's the decals we got going. Something I sketched up just for fun. Like I said, this decal will go towards keeping the paint supplies. The prints are going to keep food in our bellies and our families' bellies. So, support living artists. Hey, Marie, love you too. Tell Caveman, pinch Caveman's butt for me. So we've got, I don't know, let us know what you want us to, give us an idea for the next show. Obviously, we've been pretty good at taking what people are throwing out there, whether we knew what we're doing or not, clearly. Let's see if Kevin fixed any of my screw-ups yet. He's coming along. Yeah, it's a happy little tree, a happy little eyeball, happy little booty. Yeah. But don't be... He has no butt. Oh, okay, man, has no butt. I know the feeling. Y'all don't be a twatopotamus. Yeah, no. Caveman don't have a butt. I said I don't see brains on there. Where did he's not in there yet? So as soon as if he ever shows up, but yeah, like I said, I'm having a lot of fun with this project. So like I said, we're gonna try to bring people out every week to highlight their artwork. Locally, regionally, across the pond, whatever. We don't care. We're just...
And we don't care genres either. It can be a writer. You can be a musician. You can be a photographer.
We got
a costumer. I mean, we know them all.
We got, I think, some musicians kind of lined out, or at least planned out.
Once they said yes, but they were at a show, so I don't want to push too hard to tell.
So once we get them booked, we're going to start booking up and trying to show y'all what's going on in the art world. At least our little niche of it. A lot of people, I don't know, I get on them art groups and it just kind of frustrates me. Like I said, I think on one of them, 2 days after the show, they posted the post I did for the show. I'm like, okay, thanks. That helped a lot. At least getting people there live. Kevin's doing something back there. Oh, it's a coming together. There. Brainfoot. Barefoot is in Brainfoot. He might be Brainfoot after that head tattoo, but let's see if we can hear him. You ready to try this, Brains? Obviously, you can hear me.
Yes, sir. What's up?
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Can
Check
you hear
one,
me?
check two. Yes, I can hear you.
I can hear you. Oh, glorious. Glorious.
Woo-hoo!
What's going on?
Man, living the dream. Trying to stay a little warm, It's a little
cold
chilly
down
out
there?
tonight. A little chilly, not too bad. It's 54 right now.
Yeah. Well, that's good. It was
Sun-
fairly nice here, but it's too cold for my likings. How's your head doing today?
A little sore still, a little tight feeling. The skin's a little tight when I move my head around.
Yeah,
But-
that's crazy. I'm good. That's your department, man.
Well, come on, they feel like unicorns licking them on. It's the after effect.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to see it live though. I've seen pictures of it. It's pretty crazy.
Once it all heals up and everything, it's going to look real good. Can't wait.
Member of the Illuminati now, aren't you?
If you say so. I'll let you say so, not me.
Just show me the money, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, can you see what's going on behind me here?
I did for a second there. Yep, there it is.
You can see it. So that's Mr. That's our version so far.
I'm digging it, man. I'm digging it.
I mean, it's fun not having any restrictions on the artwork because so much of what me and you have to do, we got to come up with something new for the Tees for Charity every month.
Yeah.
And then I do want to talk to you about the second year of it. I've got some different ideas to keep it fresh. I kind of get the feeling people are kind of getting burnt out on T-shirts.
I agree. It can be. I know a lot of people. I talked to a bunch of people today that were wearing them. I went to a Beard Mob meeting here in North Texas, and
awesome.
There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 of them wearing them. Yeah, and everybody's liking them. So I think it's pretty cool that we're doing like the different facial hairstyles and stuff. And I think that's what people really like is the different facial hairstyles.
Yeah.
And it's getting crazy. It's getting tough to try to come up with different. Yeah, come up with different one every month. It's getting rough.
So that's what I say. I meant to. It's been a busy day, but I was going to call you and talk about it. But we're going to come up with something different and maybe a little less stressful. I don't know. Yeah, I think
we definitely got to finish up the rest of the facial hairstyles. We ain't got much to go.
Yeah, we committed, so we're doing what we're doing. But at second year, we're going to try to do something. Marie says we got this. Well, of course.
We'll do it. It'll be just like starting over again. We didn't know what we were doing when we started these chopped ones.
Yeah, hell no.
But
well, like I say, you got a spot on Mr. Big Sexy's Saturday Night Live.
Yes, every Saturday night I do competition news. Let everybody know what's going on with the competitions coming up in the bearding world and any of the information I can get for ones that have recently happened, like how much they raised for charity and stuff. It's pretty fun. Yeah. Get on there and see everybody get all the information they can.
Yeah, get it out. Get it out. Just another avenue to get it out.
Yeah, anybody looking for beard competitions online or in person coming up, get on there. Trying to figure out ways I can post the links to the comp pages on his site or on his Facebook page, but I'm technologically challenged, so I don't know how to do all that stuff yet.
Caveman says, "What else will we spend my allowance on? We'll get you in the doghouse, aren't we?" Yeah. But yeah, I think.
For some reason, I thought you were calling Barefoot.
No.
Hey man, I was like, what? His name on me.
But I think the 30th is when we're gonna drop the next Tees for Charity shirt.
Nice.
Which I said, we got time, thank goodness.
I should be done with this design this week, hopefully. It's kind of rough. I've kind of committed to 4 categories in the West Coast Classic Beard Competition.
Yeah, I got one. Me and the kid got one. Got our code word. I don't know how the code word works, though. I mean, everybody knows the code word.
Yeah, what you're supposed to do with the code word is when you do your 30-second video, you're supposed to say the code word so they know that it's not just the same video you used for another competition or something like that.
Yeah, I got it. So yeah, that'll be my first online. It's your first online too?
No, this will be my let's see, I've judged one online competition and I've competed in one, I believe. Yeah, I did Wonder Whiskers for Beard Mob or the Ladies of Beard Mob. And I did the chops category there. This one I'm doing for next weekend. I'm doing let's see, I'll do the chops category or general partial that they have it in. They don't have it separated for chops. It's whaler and chops together.
Yeah.
And then I'm doing partial freestyle. I'm doing styled mustache, and I'm doing the craft creative beard thing.
Yeah, I would probably do good in that one, or I'd have fun with it at least. But I haven't.
I
made
like that.
commitment.
I like that it's different. Like trying to incorporate my beard into building a craft beard. I think it's going to be fun.
Another cool category you had was the Fu Manchu. You don't see those
Yeah.
every day. I think I've been to one comp where they had Fu Manchu. I think Texas, doesn't it? Austin.
Austin does usually have one because one of their members is a I don't know about world champion, but he's like second place in there.
Yeah.
But national champions and stuff. But not a lot of people have the Fu Manchu much anymore.
Yeah, I know. I mean, if I wasn't already rocking the beard, I'd probably go for the Fu Manchu. But if I ever shave, it may be for a Fu Manchu.
I don't know, man. It's a lot of shaving all the time. I'm tired of shaving this all the time.
That's why I ain't about it.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, I think we'll let you get back to your night. Thanks for coming on. And
definitely.
A little bit.
Loving the artwork. Y'all are doing good things, man. I can't wait to see this one finished up.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll get this one done fully on the show, but we'll have the time lapse to drop. You know, the way we've been doing it, we've been recording the camera on the canvas, and then so I've been doing a time lapse. First one didn't work, so that's why we didn't have one for the first one. But all right, well, we'll let you go.
All right, y'all have a good one.
Yep, have a good one.
Yep, later.
Let's see what Kevin's doing over here. Uh-oh, I done screwed it up. We lost Kevin. There's Kevin. You about ready to change or? See, it's kind of not fair not having two headphones. We'll get better. I think so. We're going to get a mic back there and then headphones too. So. Well, we've got still 6 people going strong. Who's all out there still? Who's watching? Anybody? Adam Jones says, see you there. That was probably the brains on his exit 2 minutes ago. What do we got?
It's actually working out now because stuff he did started to dry. Other stuff,
I think I'm on smoke after this. This is wearing me out. Stressed at the having to add the guest. I think what screwed us up was having one speaker and switching.
It's almost like if you could have a switch that can come out and you just hit it, speaker to mic. You know, right there when it comes out. If you could have a double, they make them. I know they make them for everything else. So now, where are we at on all this? We're about to wrap up. Yep, 15 minutes. I think we'll be close. We're almost done now. Just some outline and some suckers and stuff on the tentacles. Yeah. And you can start adding detail. Yeah, I just made the boots look whatever. You can tell what they are. Hopefully the sword needs some detail and a little bit on the face and we're done. You know, a little bit more cartoony than what we did the last time, but that's how it works. I'm a huge Dr. Seuss fan. So I always tell people, especially when I'm doing art, I start off with Dr. Seuss, and then I'm a huge Big Daddy Roth guy, the inventor of lowbrow, the rat fink and stuff like that. So I start off over here. So you got Dr. Seuss, nice kitty, friendly. If you actually read the stuff, it's really not kitty material, but it's okay. It's cool. And then I drag. Well, he started off doing well, he did a lot of political stuff, the political cartoons. you know, and stuff like that when he started. And he is a doctor. But anyway, I started with that Dr. Seuss style. I actually got into it more from a more modern artist named Mark Kinsler from Mark Kinsler's Imagination Station on Channel 8. I used to get off work and watch him, and I'd follow him along and learn stuff from him. So that's where you see a lot of my style start off as. And then I pull it over to the Rat Fink, or Big Daddy Roth, and became Reverend Roth before he died. But I got into him because of another artist that's still alive, his last apprentice named Jeff Gaither, who's done a lot of artwork for, Kiss. You might have seen his stuff, seen the skull. The Misfits. He's done the skulls with the music symbol, and it's got a skull on it and stuff like that. He's the one that does all those. I got really into him, so I take my Dr. Seuss. Almost everything starts off Dr. Seussy, you know, and then I started adding all the weird little wrinkles and scars and sewing it together, and extra lines and lines that really don't need to be there, and little weird shading things. And it becomes more like that. So it's somewhere in between. So that's about me in a nutshell when I'm doing stuff that's out of my head. Okay. So that's kind of where I go. I don't know how Josh approaches his stuff. I've watched him he does these quick sketches. I really like what he's trying to do with the digital stuff. So I've seen him sketch stuff up, which I really like his sketches that he's doing up, and then he digitizes them. And then I like those just as much, not any different or more or less. I just like them just as much. So it's really kind of neat to see the process of how both of us are different. Now, that being said, if I do something more like a portrait, which I can, and I do portraits, I do more what I call a quick scribble of the content. And then I go in, just a process of adding and taking away, adding and taking away as I'm doing a portrait. Depends on the material. If I do it with graphite, black and grays, it's a lot of, I erase almost as much as I use line. Now, if I'm using like my pastels and I'm doing those 30-minute things, all I'm doing is adding. It's more about the content than the detail. But like when I use my oil pastels, they're crayons basically, there's a lot of processing, a lot of layering going on, and that's probably, if you want it the most realistic from me, that's probably the style you want. If you want it more cartoony, Barefoot's got a really cool piece I did of him, and one of my favorite ones at the time, and it was like a new style for me. All of a sudden I developed it on Barefoot's face. So it came out a little cartoony with his dog. I'd like to try his dog over again because I didn't have all the right colors. But what we're looking for is a new theme for next week, if anybody can come up with. I know Tracy was talking about dancing squirrels to me earlier today. Are you still on, Tracy? So I'll start there and we'll just go. You know, it can't be just dancing squirrels, you know, unless, you know, I don't know how far. We want to keep it definitely not rated X, or, you know, we may push the rated R a little bit, but I don't want it to be, we want to keep it pretty much family friendly and stuff like that.
We need to catch a Facebook ban for
Right. So, you know, when I say rated R, I'm talking about general violence and general nudity, nothing vulgar, with our Protestant forefathers, if you get what I mean. Now, both of us do that kind of artwork. There's not an artist around that I don't know who doesn't do that kind of artwork, but you have to do it off of the side and where it's not going to get, you know, and it's personal. So it is what it is. So, so Tracy, you think a dancing squirrel, but what are these dancing squirrels doing? You know? So pagan dancing squirrels.
Oh.
That might be interesting. That just came to my head.
Dancing in the woods.
Yeah, dancing in the woods. But that's funny because the band I was in, Rabbit 666, we had our bass player was an animator, and he did a coloring book for us. I think I got one. So you like that? Pagan dancing squirrels. Cool. I got a good idea on that. You know, these squirrels might look a little bit like you, Tracy.
Wheels are turning.
Yeah, they're turning. I like it. Sounds pretty cool. That's Maria said that. That's cool too. Now I'm starting to figure out who you are. I'm just yeah, well, we'll need to do another tag team for the Captain Spaulding again sometime, and share the stage together. You can be my mini me, Captain Spaulding. But I'm down with that. So says Tracy. Yeah, you're about the size of most squirrels, so that is something that I've noticed lately. I did not realize how tiny you were, Tracy, until a couple weeks ago, to be honest with you. So it was like, oh my gosh, you know, sometimes I just don't realize. Yeah, now I remember you. It just takes me a while. I'm really terrible with names. I always have been. If you don't have like a, 29 years in the military, all you had to do was look at their jacket and go, oh, hey, Private such and such, or Sergeant such and such, or Colonel such and such, So, but yeah, and plus I've seen you do 2 or 3 other shows too. Did she do the steampunk?
Yeah.
The one with the lights and stuff on it? Yeah. See, I do remember stuff. And because that one was cool. I like that steampunk one. But yeah, if you know anybody, it doesn't even necessarily have to be in the Kansas area. As you can see, we're getting better with the technology, or at least he is. It's his stuff, so I don't like pushing buttons. But I will later when he gets more comfortable with it, and maybe we'll have better setups. Because I have mics and I have a bunch of stuff too. We've even talking about on days when we can't get together, we can still remote. Like if we travel, because I want to be able to say, even if it's on a computer on his phone and he's on vacation in Disneyland riding the Mickey Mouse train or whatever, we can still do a live broadcast, and I can do it from home. I do some traveling too, because I got some big news coming up in March where I'm playing as Captain Spaulding, and I'm headed to Colorado Springs and do some video and some film shooting. And plus at the same time, visit my niece. I need a road companion for that, to be honest with you. Just somebody who would like to go up there. I got a place to stay for free. Don't even need to worry about sharing gas or anything. Maybe meals, but that'd be about it. But that's neither here nor there, because I'm going to be leaving work for about a week. So if anybody, yeah, we'll have to get Maria on here sometime, won't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure she does one of her beard things, or she can have a whole collection of her beard stuff behind her as we're doing the show. That would be kind of.
At least all the trophies on
That would be kind of cool, and you can tell more about it. This the first time I ever did any of those kind of shows was that haunted the whatever, and I just kind of yelled, and I knew Josh from before, but it was more casual. And they said, "Yeah, sure, go for it." And what better person to MC the horror ball than a bearded horror clown? And I did it all over the country. I'm backing off now because I want to push my art and a lot of other things too, because I got some really cool things coming up. I'm in a video that should be dropping pretty soon, and maybe they'll give me some permission to show part of it, or at least my part of it, when they release it. I'm not going to be in it very long, because obviously it's for the star of the show. And we're down to just seconds. So we can either wrap it up now or still talk. But it looks like 4 and 7 total. Is that what that says there? Or, oh, okay, 7 people. I see now. Yeah. So basically, thanks a lot for coming. We're close to being done. Oh, that's real close. Finish it up here.
Spiel, and then
right.
I'll let you
get in.
Eat some dinner, whatever the heck they're doing. Whatever y'all are doing, all right.
At least we're off tomorrow. Hey, Tracy, I'm not too far from you right now. Do you want me to come over after the show? I'm just down the road on Seneca. Just shout at me on my phone.
The Killer Revenge there. What is it?
If you want me to come by, that's fine. I mean, just down on Seneca, past 47th Street. Not too far from you.
So, all right. Like I said, it's 7 o'clock. Thanks for tuning in. The 4 that stuck around, you rock. I appreciate it. Kevin appreciates it, I'm sure. But
yeah. Whoops, I'm
you
I'm in it. I gotta remember where to stand.
got a big live thing in front of you. Hopefully that didn't pop up. But hey, we'll
Oh,
be
that-
back again next Sunday. So it sounds like next Sunday is Pagan Squirrels Dancing in the Woods. We'll come up with a better name than that, but
Actually, that sounds kind
probably not.
of.
Probably not. Like I said, we got the prints will be live on my website, roomgreenproductions.com. You can get the prints there. We will figure out what we're going to do with the actual pieces of artwork here in a couple shows, and we'll let you guys know. And have a good night.
We need to come up with a theme at the end. I don't know what it'd be.
Yeah. Start throwing paintbrushes at them.
Yeah. Some lines. Yeah, a little bit more, so it took us a little bit more time.